So say you were talking about you work with a lot of companies and entrepreneurs that have companies that are maybe making 20, 30 million in revenue, and that level requires specific types of service providers, right? But eventually, if they do things right, they will graduate to higher levels of revenue, et cetera, et cetera. But they may not want to. They've developed their relationships with those service providers, right? They're accountants, they're attorneys, et cetera. So they're like, I think I want to stay with them, but that might not be the best thing to do. Or maybe, do you have any advice for people that might need to graduate to another other levels of service providers?
Sure, you can still go play golf, with your golfing buddy
Yeah.
that you've been playing with for 20 years, but it's like, hey, as we mature, we have to be open to continuously learning and growing. And as entrepreneurs, as we're moving through various stages of growth. So I've got that $30 million revenue company. Let's say I'm doing 15% EBITDA, margin. So I've got 4.5 million, that I'm now selling. I'm bringing in a PE partner. Now I'm going to grow to, call it 15 million of EBITDA. Then I'm going to sell it to somebody who takes me up to 50 million of EBITDA. I'm going to be using their money. I'm an orchestra conductor on a large scale now. And I'll tell you that even with me, with leadership teams, there are times where, hey, we have people who've been in seats, they're holding titles in our organization and they were doing a really good job at a certain size. But as we've gotten bigger, the complexity has outgrown their capability set. And there are times where we need to top grade talent in our organizations. And so what we should want as an entrepreneur is always the best outcome. And that doesn't always translate to the people I'm comfortable with that I've been working with for a very long time. I may be working with a law firm that has a generalist, who handles many things for me, and they can still keep doing that because I'm still going to have legal needs. But when it's time to sell the company, I want an attorney who does nothing but buys and sells companies, as a part of their practice all day long, every day, and they've been doing it for decades. And so they have the collective wisdom and knowledge of doing, transactional type work and putting together purchase agreements. They've been doing this for a long time. That's a specialist. There's a difference between specialist and generalist. If we need brain surgery to remove a tumor, we don't go to our dentist or our veterinarian and say, hey, I want to save a few bucks. Can you get rid of this brain tumor? We want the best brain surgeon on the planet. When it comes to medical, everybody seems to get the concept. But when it comes to business, we forget all about that. And we think anybody who's got the title attorney, or lawyer, past the bar, they're all equally good and capable of doing my job.